in 4 games between the Chattanooga Red Bulls and North Texas during the USL League One regular season. We saw plenty of late goals, fouls, cards, the kind of intense soccer action normally reserved for the postseason. So it's only fitting that tonight in Tennessee, the two sides will get a 5th matchup as they open the 21 League One playoffs presented by Twin Spires. Let's take a look at the bracket for the USL League One playoffs presented by Twin Spires. 3 versus 6 tonight. If Chattanooga wins, they would definitely play at Greenville next weekend. If North Texas wins, they would definitely play at Omaha next weekend. Tucson and Richmond will face each other in the other quarterfinal later tonight. Your player to watch this evening for the Red Wolves, presented by Body Armor, the official sports drink of the Chattanooga Red Wolves, is number 9, Rafa Minsigan. The only player starting tonight with previous USL League One experience. That was thanks to his time in 2019 with Lansing. He's had an injury-plagued campaign, but this is a guy who can catch fire in the final third in his final 9 games back in 2019 before he went off to the USL Championship. Last year, he had 4 goals and 4 assists to help Howdy Ignite to a 2nd seed in that inaugural League One playoffs. Keep an eye on him on the right side tonight. As for North Texas, they may come into this postseason as the 6th seed, but they've won 4 of their last 6 games. They've only lost 3 of their last 18 games, going all the way back to early July. Yes, they did lose their first 4 road games of the season. They've righted the ship since then. They've won their last 3 away matches heading into this one, not allowing a single goal in those victories. Plenty of young talent on Eric Quill's squad. They're looking to take home the victory tonight here in Tennessee. Well, we're moments away from kickoff here in Chattanooga as we get ready for a match that has the potential to be a fiery playoff contest between the Red Wolves and North Texas SC. Stick with us. We'll be right back with the opening whistle from CHI Memorial Stadium here on ESPN+.
Good times, bad times, and everything in between. Your primary care doctor is with you all the way.
In America, the future belongs to everyone. So we built the Ford F-150 for everyone with an available Pro Power onboard generator and best-in-class available payload. It's built for America.
One more.
One more.
One more, please.
One more, guys, one more. Set, up.
Hey, kid. Yeah, we'll take one more. Oh, one more.
Wow!
In America, the future belongs to everyone. So we built the Ford F-150 for everyone with an available Pro Power onboard generator and best-in-class available payload. It's built for America.
If your tamer passions include climbing, hang gliding, and river surfing, some may call you a hair-on-fire risk taker. We'd say, nah. They might not realize you're also a nonconformist, craft curator, history buff, art-loving experience collector. But ask a Chattanoogan, we just call you one of us.
Welcome back to CHI Memorial Stadium, home of the Chattanooga Red Bulls, as we get ready for this quarterfinal matchup. Let's take a look at tonight's starting lineups. First, for the Red Bulls, brought to you by Star Community Builders, revolutionizing the sports industry in stadium and mixed-use community design, development, and construction. For Jimmy Ableda, 3 changes. Juan Galindrez, Ricky Ruiz, and Sebastian Capazuki come in for Frischnik, Walefi, and Ronaldo Pineda. This is Galindrez' first start in 8, his 9th of the season. Capazuki, his first start since the red card against Greenville in mid-September. Ricky Ruiz returns to the lineup after 1 game off. He did come off the bench last week in Madison. As for North Texas and Eric Quill, only 1 change for them. Nicky Hernandez in for Kazu. Eddie Manjoma, he was questionable this week with a slight injury, but he's good to go tonight. Devin Benton, only his 3rd start of the season as he partners Luke Howe at center back. And on the bench, Thibaut Jekyll. Keep an eye on him. We should see him late in this one. First time we've seen him in the 18. In the last 8 games, set piece specialist. Perhaps we see him if this game goes to penalties as well. 2 goals in the first game of the season against Fort Lauderdale. Your keys to the game, presented by ASA Engineering and Consulting for Chattanooga. Jimmy Ableda said, because these teams are so familiar with each other, this is their 5th meeting, it's going to be the tiny details that make the difference. Tonight, he mentioned focusing on winning those one-on-one battles that can lead to scoring chances, so sweat the small things for the home team. As for North Texas, control the pace. Eric Quill said he wants to play quickly, dictate the pace going forward, get those Chattanooga center backs going in different directions. Don't let them steer the game. Physically.
And we are ready for kickoff.
And Joshua Encarnacion, our referee tonight, blows the whistle. The 2021 playoffs are underway. Chattanooga going from right to left in all red. North Texas from left to right. White shirts, red shorts, and white socks. CHI Memorial Stadium as those suites behind those stands on the far side looking great. Finally open now. Beautiful facility here in Tennessee. So we could be in for a roller coaster ride here tonight, folks. These first 4 games between these 2 teams had so much intrigue. As I mentioned in the pregame, almost looked like postseason games. Late goals by Chattanooga, cards all over the place. Some nasty challenges. Nicky Hernandez, good to see him back in the lineup. He's been a little banged up. Eric Quill said we'll have to see if he goes the distance tonight. Certainly able to start this one, so that's a good sign for Eric Quill. This is Juan Galindres called early for the handball. Obviously the first home game, excuse me, the first playoff game in Red Wolves history. For those of you that have been a fan of League One since the first year in 2019, will obviously remember North Texas, the champions in that inaugural season, a certain Ricardo Pepi starring up top for them. They beat Forward Madison 2-0 in the semifinals. That only 4 teams in the playoffs in that first year of 2019. They beat Madison 2-0 in those semifinals. Both goals in that game by Ricardo Pepi, who's obviously now starring for the U.S. national team. The only players left from that postseason squad, I should say, is Iman Almuke, who's injured tonight. Gibran Rayo starting this evening for North Texas. Did play a little bit in that 2019 season, but did not feature in the postseason. Another player that started that game was Brian Reynolds, now with Roma. It's quite a squad they had in 2019. Eric Quill said he's had to work a lot harder with this team. Obviously not quite as much talent as there was with that 2019 winning squad. He's very proud of how far his team have come this season. Young man on the ball there, Lucao, 19-year-old from Brazil. On loan, now starting the last 6 games at center back. Come North Texas here, looking to get into the final third. You can see Chattanooga already putting that press on, crowding any North Texas player with the ball. Here's Colin Smith now with his bright yellow boots. He's going to chip it in, but that's far too close to Tim Truitt, tonight's goalkeeper for Chattanooga. 5 clean sheets this season, only allowed 18 goals in 19 games, was in the top 5 in goals against average. Made some great saves this season since taking over between the pipes from Sebastian Mora. There's Ray Ortiz, he's been starting a few games lately, pressing on that left side. And on the right side, here's Rafa Minskin, our player to watch tonight. Minskin taking players on, gets the right foot across into towards Ruiz, and with a chance at the front post, blocked there by Lucao. Good to see Ricky Ruiz getting in a goal-scoring position early, as we got a jersey pull there by Carrera Garcia. No call from referee Encarnacion. Here's Rayo now. Joshua Encarnacion, this is his first League One match of the season. He did referee previously in this league, but spent this season refereeing in the USL Championship. There's Lucao, who's talked to Eric Quill about that penalty decision at the end of the Omaha game last week. He was more mad at Lucao's initial challenge on John Murphy. Murphy bounced right back up and then was, quote, fouled by Allison. lot of people disagreed with that decision and cost North Texas a home game in the end. Had they won that game, they would have been hosting tonight. Not this matchup, though. Ruiz looking to turn where he's so dangerous. Assist leader this season with 10 assists. Comes Chattanooga now with some space down the right. Minsigan going to find some space to cross. Can't find it though, as Hernandez does well. Does even better to continue his run down the left wing here. Hernandez chips it ahead, looking forward to Bernard Kamungo, the hero of the last couple of weeks. 3 goals in his last 2 games. Mention Ricky Ruiz's assists prowess. He has no goals since August, though. He's in and around the box, though, finding spaces, and only takes him half a yard to create a goal-scoring chances. Referee's making sure Sebastian Kapazuki takes this one from the correct spot. 14 starts on the back line. Can play center back as well as right back, where he is tonight. Jonathan Ricketts can also play both fullback spots. He's at left back tonight. One of the real underrated stars of the season, Ricketts. This is a dangerous ball truck. And we got our first bit of shenanigans as Bernard Kamungo. Jason Ramos having a few words inside the box. Mentioned Jonathan Ricketts, 4 goals and 4 assists from the fullback position. So many talented fullbacks in USL League One. Ricketts doesn't quite get the respect he perhaps deserves, especially on social media. Likes of Villadare, they get all the love. But Ricketts is very underrated. Played his college ball with Rafa Minskin at Bryan College in 2016. Here is Ricketts on the left side, looking to take on Colin Smith, the 17-year-old. Cross gets in, and it's an own goal! In the 7th minute, the home team has taken the lead. Jonathan Ricketts won't quite get the assist, but he won't care. It's 1-0 Red Wolves. Let's take another look at it here. Ricketts being covered by Smith, found the space to get the left-footed cross in, and we'll see who puts it in the back of the net.
Red Wolves 1, North Texas SC 0.
Unfortunately, it's Benton with the own goal. Devin Benton, only his 3rd start of the season, just found himself in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Jacks will be giving a select row of match attendees this evening 3 Big Jack coupons.
The young man, Devin Benton,
Chattanooga Red Wolves staff member will give
unfortunately finds himself giving the home team the lead. First goal of the game is brought to you by Jack's Family Restaurant. A random row of fans will receive a coupon for a free Big Jack meal at tonight's match. Visit eatatjacks.com. Doesn't matter where the goal comes from, it's still the first goal of the game, and the home team has an early lead. Eric Quill mentioned his team really needed to score the first goal of the game, and technically they didn't, but it was one of his own players that put it in the back of the net. Here comes Chattanooga again, looking for that second key goal. Ortiz with the ball. Benton making a mess of it again, but under no pressure. Here's Ortiz with some late pressure. Devin Benton, Eric Quill said what a match he had last week. He was awesome, he was fast, his feet were secure. Taking the spot away from Mark Salas, who missed last week's game due to a red card suspension. See the smoke coming from the fans. It's a chilly night here tonight in Chattanooga, low to mid 50s. May even get down into the 40s by the end of this one, depending on how far it goes. So Devin Benton with the own goal. Sees his team down 1-0 early here as the smoke's taking a little while to clear. Here's Luke out. Out wide to Colin Smith. 17-year-old loves to get forward. Smith taking on Ricketts. Will he get to that before the end line? He does. Crosses it in, but Troke's there to claim at the edge of his 6-yard box. Fans of these two teams may have expected both of these teams to come out a little cagey, so familiar with each other, sort of waiting until the legs settle in. But Chattanooga have looked good here early, putting the early press on. Here comes Blaine Ferry, one of the best players on this North Texas side this season, the former Fort Lauderdale man. Ortiz looks to clear it here. Good work by Colin Smith. We mentioned Blaine Ferry. Eric Quill actually had a great story about Blaine Ferry and how they found him. He played last year with Fort Lauderdale. Former U17 national player, played in the World Cup, but just found himself without a team this offseason. Eric Quill knew him from his national team days. He thought he would move on after playing for Fort Lauderdale, but he got a call from a volunteer assistant with North Texas who worked with him back in 2019. And Blaine Ferry was playing on this guy's men's league team in Dallas, just in an amateur league. He said he's a class above everybody else. You really need to take a look at him. They brought Ferry in, got in shape, and now starting center midfielder for one of the best teams in USL League One. Eric Quill said he could certainly play at the MLS level in the future. Only 21 years old. Spent some time with Greuther Fürth in the Bundesliga as a youth. Here's Colin Smith. Falls to Marky Hernandez. Nicky Hernandez. Sorry, no Marky Hernandez tonight for Chattanooga. One of the 3 key injuries for Jimmy Ableda. We'll get to that in a second. Here's Blaine Ferry again. We're looking to find Kamungo. It goes down. That's going to be a free kick in a very dangerous position for the visitors. As you can see, Joshua Encarnacion making sure there's no after the whistle shenanigans with Ramos. Let's take a look at it here on the replay. The ball fell to Kamungo. He got there before Ramos, and Ramos then stepped on his foot. It was a little clumsy from the big center back. He's been so impressive. John Harkes, Greenville, very impressed with Jason Ramos this season. The man from Cal Poly Pomona came through a tryout. Blaine Ferry can strike it, as well as Manjoma. Chance to tie things up here. 5 in the wall for Tim Trilk. We're going to have the player lying down behind the wall next to it. They're clearly going to jump. Blaine Ferry. Playing men's league soccer in Dallas just a few months ago. Can he now tie this up here in the first round of the League One playoffs? We're going to take a little bit here as referee Encarnacion makes sure the wall is back 10. He's also warning Nicky Hernandez to stay on side. Here's a strike from Ferry, and it's off the bar, and then finished. No, it's off the line. Kamungo had a chance to tie it up. This matchup just continues to bring the chaos. Blaine Ferry's awesome free kick strike hit the bar. Tim Trilk was beaten. Let's take a look at it again. It was a beautifully struck free kick by Blaine Ferry. It had the curve on it, but just not quite the dip. Trilk was beaten off the crossbar. Kamungo there for the rebound and cleared off the line. I didn't quite see which Red Wolf it was. Perhaps it was Ricky Ruiz. Wow. Should really be 1-1. Be sure Chattanooga won't be wanting to give away any more free kicks in that range. Down goes Ruiz with a potential head issue. Encarnacion hasn't seen it, now he has. USL very careful when it comes to head injuries. So we'll take a pause here and check on the 2021 USL League One assist leader and see perhaps how Ruiz went down here. Yeah, just perhaps accidental clash of heads with Lukau. Lukau, you always favor him to win those aerial challenges with the shorter Ruiz. Mentioned Ruiz came off the bench last week. He was all league last season, but at left back. Push forward this year, can play anywhere over in the midfield. Former UC Riverside player out of Lake Elsinore, California. So what a start we've had here. Again, several people I spoke to figured including at least two. Well, one of the coaches said they perhaps would ease into this one, and it hasn't happened. The chaos from the first 4 games between these two sides has continued over into the postseason. Referee Encarnacion getting a restart, ready to restart here. He'll certainly go back to North Texas, or should go back to North Texas, who had possession, but these two teams don't particularly like each other. Okay, referee telling Chattanooga to back off. Juan Galindra is saying, I'm just going to play some defense. He's going to press a little bit. As we're back underway here, approaching the 15-minute mark in this one, 1-0 Red Wolves. An early goal, excuse me, by Devin Benton, an own goal in the 7th minute is the difference in this one. Check out the new 2021 Chattanooga Red Wolves kit, along with t-shirts, scarves, novelty items, and much more at ChattanoogaRedWolves-SC.com. Here's Ruiz with some space. He's got Galindres ahead of him, as well as Ortiz out to the left. He finds Ortiz into the box. Doesn't manage to keep that one in. Ortiz now with his 6th straight start. Barely played over the summer. Man from University of Portland, where he played with Triumph goalkeeper Paul Christensen. Also spent time with Galaxy 2, Timbers U23, as well as FC Cincinnati, but he spent all of last season on loan with Charlotte. With Ray Ortiz. Jimmy Ableda said he's one of the guys that's really stepped up, but he needs guys to take, especially Ricky Ruiz, he said. He told Ricky Ruiz he has to take his game to the MVP level. He said he just need a guy to take the ball by the horns. It's been a good team collective effort so far in these first 16 minutes, though. Galindres was looking for the handball, didn't get the call. That's an awful touch by Navarro. Rayo spins it out wide to Smith, who had a long way to run. That one will be kept in. As Rayo gets away with, or doesn't get away with the shove. He was trying to get away with the shove. And we have a free kick here for Chattanooga midway inside their own half. I think we can take a breath now. Since 1947, Select has been the leader in soccer ball quality and innovation. Select is the official ball supplier of USL League One and many of the elite leagues throughout Europe. For the latest Select products and special offers, visit www.selectsportamerica.com. North Texas putting some pressure there on Tim Trill. Jonathan Ricketts, the man with the quote assist on that Benton own goal. It's a dangerous ball in. Benton just sort of couldn't get out of his own way. And ended up in the back of the net as Galindres goes down. Encarnacion, no whistle, but he's taking a look at Galindres just because there's a potential for a head injury. So that he will call on the trainer here as we have our second stoppage of these first 20 minutes for a head injury. Galindres on his knees now. Galindres, the leading goal scorer for the Red Wolves with 10 goals. Despite only starting 8 games, he's only started 2 of the last 15 coming into tonight. Leads the team with 39 shots. The next best is 28. I asked Jimmy Ableda earlier this season why he likes Galindres coming off the bench. He just likes his impact and the way his team plays up and down the field. Really isn't Juan Galindres' game, but he's obviously such a great goal scorer. He sees action more often than not off the bench. Scored some of those late goals in this matchup. Scored in the 96th minute in their August matchup, which ended up 1-1. Canceled out Eddie Manjoma's 31st minute goal. Also scored in the 93rd minute to win that September 8th matchup in Chattanooga here. There's only 3 total shots on target in that game. I think we've already reached that mark here tonight in the first 18+ minutes. Here's Chattanooga with that press they love to do. Texas trying to play out of it and fail. And Chattanooga turned over. Here comes Blaine Ferry. Down the the right wing now. Smith will swing it, try and go the other way. Colin Smith signed a 3-year deal with FC Dallas back in April. Club options for 24 and 25. He turns 18 on December 3rd. A challenge from behind and a quick whistle by Encarnacion. No card though. Derek Waldeck shares his views about that challenge. Derek Waldeck, the captain this season for North Texas. 2-time NCAA champion with Stanford. Really starting to fill in here in Chattanooga. Again, a chilly night. Be a little warmer later in Tucson. Sure, stick around for that one. 10 p.m. this evening. 10 p.m. Eastern, that is. We mentioned earlier for Chattanooga, the Marquis Hernandez not playing tonight. Teixeira, Dietrich also out. So 3 big offensive weapons out for Jimmy Ableda. Good poke tackle there by Carrera Garcia. Marquis Hernandez has been such a stud off the bench for Jimmy Ableda. He's out injured. Man from Anaheim. 5 goals and 3 assists this season for Hernandez. Dietrich, the German's also got a couple of goals. Lovely ball here, swung wide, will be able to stay, and not on this turf, no. Once again, puts his hand up, acknowledging that quality pass.
Quench your thirst with a Coca-Cola beverage. Together, tastes better.
North Texas with the edge in possession so far in this one, 57.3%. Turnover deep in the territory here. Ruiz swings it out wide for Minsigan. Looking to take on Waldeck. Back to his left. Waldeck wins that battle. Comes Kamungo. Looking to take people on like he did last week against Omaha. Took 5-6 Union Omaha players on before sliding the ball past home past Rashid Nuhu. Last weekend, of course, the late tying goal would take away the 3 points. Kamungo has been a revelation. Eric Quill said he's raw, smooth. They're going to ride the wave with him. They said if he gets 10 good balls, he's going to do something, make something happen with 8 of them. Also had those 2 key goals in that 4-1 win over North Texas. It was 1-1 when, excuse me, over New England. It was 1-1 when North Texas went down to 10 men. They proceeded to score 3 goals, 2 of them coming from Kamungo. Raya was trying to get the return ball back to Smith, but it was too heavy and rolled out here for a goal kick. And this is the 5th meeting between these two sides. Chattanooga won twice, 1-0 during the regular season, once in September and once in May. The 2 matches in between both finished 1-1. This portion of the game is brought to you by Coca-Cola, the exclusive soft drink of the Chattanooga Rebels. Waldeck chasing this one back under a bit of pressure from Minsigan. Smacks it off his face and out for a North Texas throw. Missed the game last weekend. Eric Quill said if they'd clinched, which they had thanks to the result on the Friday night, Toronto over New England Revolution, that if they'd clinched the playoff spot, that Hernandez was going to rest, and he did. The best of clearances there by Jimmy Villalobos, who has had both the winning goals in those 1-0 victories earlier this season. Quiet start to tonight there for Jimmy Villalobos. 23rd start, including the last 10 in the midfield. Jimmy Ableda was rotating quite a bit mid-season to see if he could find that midfield combination. Here's Raya with a good turn. Drops it off to Hernandez. He's going to have a crack from there. Deflection off Kamungo, I think. Choke's going to try and keep it in, and it will be, no, it's going to be a corner. come off Chattanooga, perhaps Navarro after that. Kamunga, let's take another look at it here on the replay. Here's the shot from
corner kick brought to you by your local Ford dealer.
Kamunga did have his hand up quickly. He may have hit the foot, clearly hit the foot of Navarro on second look. So we will have a corner here. This corner kick brought to you by Ford, the official domestic car partner of the Chattanooga Red Wolves. It'll be Blaine Ferry to take it, left-footed. Ferry swings it in near post. Headed away there. Not the best of deliveries there by Blaine Ferry. There was a miscommunication. Derek Waldeck all the way over from his left back spot, excuse me. Looks like Derek Waldeck may have moved into center back, with Benton moving out to the left. We'll see if that's a permanent change for Eric Quill. Waldeck can play centrally in the midfield, there's no doubt about that. Not so familiar with the center back spot, though. Good tackle there by Ricky Ruiz. And he played left back last season, had 2 assists there. He won 107 of his 169 duels last year at left back. That was tied for the most in the league. Also had the second most interceptions, but Jimmy Ableda clearly saw something in him. Moved him up into the midfield, and what a revelation he's been there. Just turned 25 on Thursday, did Ricky Ruiz. Happy birthday, happy belated birthday to Ricky. This one's played all the way back into the North Texas half. Pass is not going to reach his intended target. Waldeck now perhaps back at his left back spot. Just a temporary change there. Perhaps while in the corner. Benton's going to try and shepherd this one out. And will do effectively, and there'll be a goal kick for the visitors. Looking at the benches for both teams. Frischnick has been starting most games at centre forward for Jimmy Ableda, but on the bench tonight in favour of Juan Galindrez. Jorge Luna Walefi, the veteran defensive midfielder as well as Ronaldo Pineda, the centre forward who's been playing left back. No call on the handball here though. Here comes Khalil Mekdar into the left side of the box. First time we've called his name tonight as his shot goes over the bar. This portion of the game is brought to you by Ford, the official domestic car partner of the Chattanooga Red Wolves. Mentioned Khalil Mekdar. 6 MLS appearances earlier this season. Last one coming in early September. Certainly a member of the Red Wolves, of North Texas for now. He started all 13 games he's appeared in for Eric Quill, including the last 8 now. Here's Galindrez under some pressure from Lukau. 2 big men battling. And the Brazilian wins this battle over the Colombian. And Galindrez is down again. And was that a red card? Well, Lukau lashed out with his left arm. And the chaos continues here in Chattanooga. Well, it was certainly clumsy from Lukau. I don't know if it really deserved a red card.
Ladies and gentlemen,
but if things weren't tough enough for the visitors down 1-0 on the road, they're now down to 10 men. Just remember, last time they were down to 10 men, they scored 3 times against New England too. You can see how upset North Texas are, including Captain Derek Waldeck. Luca with some choice words for referee Encarnacion. Well, North Texas didn't get a break from the referee last weekend against Omaha. Another big decision here. A long distance from Eric Quill. I'm not sure how much of a good look he got at it, but here we go. Here's look at it on the slow motion replay. Galindrez was just heading to the corner, perhaps trying to get a shot. And, well, Lukau certainly unleashed with that left arm. I mean, reckless is the word. And you can see how Lukau feels about it. Certainly on the slow motion replay, it looked a lot worse than it did in real time. You can see Lukau being escorted to the locker room, where he'll have to spend the final 60 minutes of this contest, perhaps watching on his phone. So it will be a free kick here. It's been a while since we've had a USL League One playoff game. Obviously last year we didn't get to have the championship game, and these two teams are certainly making up for lost time in the first half hour of this one. Complete insanity. So we'll restart here with a free kick. Ray Ortiz will take it a few yards inside the corner flag. He will swing it in right-footed towards the front post, flicked on by Galindres, but wide of Richard Sanchez's right post. Well, if you're just joining us, you've missed a few things. We've got 2 balls on the field now. Galindres putting pressure on Waldeck. That forces the turnover, and now we've got another foul. This one's going to be a yellow card for Eddie Manjoma.
Ladies and gentlemen, the referee has presented the yellow card to North Texas SC's number 26, Eddie Manjoma.
We'll see how long Eric Quill takes to make a change here, perhaps. No other real natural defenders on the field at the moment. Here's a replay of that foul by Manjoma. Just a high foot. Ooh, it was nasty on the knee. Another reckless challenge from a visiting player, and it results in a free kick here, which Ortiz will come over from the left side to take, perhaps. They're going to go short. Looking for the little training ground move. It's worked to a tee until attempted pullback was blocked, and out for a corner. This corner kick brought to you by Ford, the official domestic car partner of the Chattanooga Rebels.
This Red Wolves corner kick brought to you by your local Ford dealer. Back of the net, Red Wolves. We want to go.
You have Mark Salas on the bench. I'm sure we'll see him in a minute. Eric Quill's got to figure out who to take off there. Mark Salas was starting at center back, we mentioned of late, as Ortiz takes advantage of a slip, chips it in, looking for the header Villalobos. Eventually cleared away by North Texas, only as far as Ramos. Does well to keep it alive. Ray Ortiz is offside though. Do have Alisson as well on the bench. Eric Quill said he was certainly going to have another yellow card, this time for Ray Ortiz for kicking the ball away after the whistle.
Ladies and gentlemen, the referee has presented the yellow card to Chattanooga's number 44.
So I'm sure we'll see Alisson or Mark Salas in a minute once they get warmed up. I haven't seen a substitution yet, which is slightly weird because you'd think Eric Quill would want to get forward the back again. For now, he's just going to go with the 3. You have to sacrifice one of his 3 forwards, Mekdar Kamungo and Manjoma. Manjoma was carrying an injury coming into this one and already has a yellow card, so perhaps he's the man to make way. No movement yet, though. So North Texas going to hang in here with 3 at the back. Ortiz, good tackle there by Colin Smith. Out wide to Galindres. Well, he will keep that one in. Benton goes all the way back to Richard Sanchez. Got better with his feet this season, not known for his distribution skills. Just had to hoof that one away out towards our camera well here. We throw in for Ricketts. And if you're just joining us, Rebels lead 1-0 thanks to an own goal by Devin Benton in the 7th minute. North Texas are down to 10 men thanks to a red card for Lukau in the 29th. For lashing out with his left arm. Come North Texas though, again, they were down to 10 men a couple of weeks ago against New England 2 and scored 3 goals to win 4-1. Talked to Eric Quill about that game, and he said just force them to play. Once they went down to 10 men, they couldn't just be lazy. They had to move that ball around quickly to compensate for that being 1 man down. Both spots in the League One final are on the line next week as the 2021 USL League One playoffs presented by Twin Spires continues Saturday, November 13th. Who will take their next step towards glory? Find out Saturday on ESPN+. Obviously, Greenville and Union Omaha will host those semifinals next Saturday. Union Omaha will host at 5 p.m. Eastern, Greenville at 7 p.m. Eastern. Things hold here. Chattanooga would visit Greenville. Place they lost 1-0 just a few weeks ago. They also tied them 0-0 in the second to last game of the regular season. Today's Ball Kids brought to you by Rodriguez Family and Cosmetic Dentistry, devoted to giving you the best care, the best service, and the smile you've always dreamed of. Ball Kids have done a great job around League One all season. A little chilly tonight as Ramos floats this one over, looking for Ortiz. He will not keep that one in. So be a throw in here deep inside North Texas territory. I'm sure Chattanooga will put the press on. Here it comes. Ortiz, Ricketts. Ruiz coming over. And Chattanooga and Greenville have had plenty of tight matchups this season. 1-1, 1-1, 1-0 and 1-0. Three ties and a win for Greenville. No wins for Chattanooga, but plenty of time left in this one. We've seen what North Texas can do when they're down to 10 men. It's Daniel Navarro. Slip through to Carrera for Ortiz. Excuse me, to Ruiz, then out wide to Ortiz. First time left-footed cross in. Waldeck gets a foot on it. Ramos, center back, going to have a go from there. Yes, he will. Hits Galindrez. Tries to regain control, but Sanchez is out to clear downfield towards halfway. Richard Sanchez, who was in a battle all season with Colin Schuttler for the starting goalkeeper spot. Eric Quill said a couple of weeks ago how tight of a battle it was. Sanchez, with his MLS experience, ended up winning the battle. Talked to Jimmy Ablader about this game. He said the key will be who can hit first and how does the other team react. Chattanooga hit first, thanks to that own goal. North Texas reacted with that free kick off the bar by Ferry, but it haven't threatened much since then. Now obviously down to 10 men. Still no substitution for Eric Quill. Apparently quite happy to sit with 3 at the back. See if that decision costs him or not. Ruiz gives that one away. Good work there by Colin Smith. Wouldn't think he's just 17 watching this boy play. Out wide to Raya. Gets a decent cross in. Looking for the header, Kamongo, forced El Mekdar, his shot's blocked. Linskin will knock it away for what would have been a throw-in, but then it gets fouled by Eddie Majoma. Majoma's got to be careful, already with a yellow card this evening. There's the shot blocked there. Linskin just got there half a second before Majoma. Eddie Majoma, the 2019 Mac Herman Trophy semi-finalist in college, where he played at Southern Methodist, along with what a team they had those years there. They had Nicky Hernandez, as well as Garrett McLaughlin and Talon Maples at Toronto FC too. So nice USL League One pipeline there from that team at SMU. Truck plays this one into the chilly night here. Oh, what a ball to Ricketts. He got the other side of Colin Smith. Good recovery by Smith, though. Ricketts goes down. There will be a goal kick. Yeah, the reason Eddie Majoma is a right back by trade, but the reason he's playing on the wing is because Colin Smith is such a top prospect for the FC Dallas program. Majoma playing on the wing, on the left wing tonight, can certainly play on the right side as well. Rayo can do the same. Very flexible front six for Eric Quill. Here's Manjoma. Chattanooga came into this game, as we mentioned earlier in the broadcast. They've lost 4 of their last 6. Only won twice in 8 matches since September 8th, and both of those wins came against North Carolina FC, who finished in last place in the regular season. Of course, they had that 15-match unbeaten streak. That was a League One record mid-season, but 9 of those games were draws, and only 1 of the 6 wins was by multiple goals. Things went a little sour towards the end, but Jimmy Blader said their goal was to make the playoffs, and that's exactly what they did. They got a home game out of it as well. Now find themselves up 1-0 against the 2019 champs. Trying to play out of this press here. As Galindres works so well with his back to goal. He gives that one away. 7 wins and 2 losses at home for Chattanooga this season, as well as 5 ties. The 2 losses came the Revolution 2 in September, as well as Toronto 2 in October. So very solid home record here at CHI Memorial. As Manjoma looking to try and make some magic happen. Wants himself a throw. So everybody thinks about Red Wolves and their offense. Goals can come from anywhere, but they have the 2nd best defense in the league in the regular season. Only allowed 29 total. That was tied with Greenville. 7 behind league leaders Omaha in that category. Carrera Garcia earns himself a free kick. So under 5 minutes remaining here in this first half. Chattanooga, thanks to that own goal by Devin Benton in the 7th minute, lead this one 1-0. And are up a man as well as a goal. Red card issued to Lukau for the reckless lashing out with the left arm on Juan Galindres. Eric Quill said that first goal will be so huge for his North Texas team, and they've got a massive hill to climb here, down 10 men. Here comes Ricketts. Out wide to Ortiz. Tries to get around Colin Smith. Can't do it, but pulls it back to Jimmy Villalobos. Back to Villalobos with some space here. 30 yards out. He was going to have a go, but I think Kavango got a toe in there from behind. And North Texas will come away with it. Pass is too far ahead of Gibran Rayo. Rayo, North Texas' leading goal scorer with 7. I mentioned he was on this North Texas team in 2019. He was actually an academy player, but did have 4 starts, 12 appearances, did not feature in the playoffs. Just turned 20 last month as Carrera Garcia gives that one away. That's probably going to be a yellow card, yep. Turnover and then just grab Nicky Hernandez. So 2nd yellow card of the night for the Red Wolves as Carrera Garcia joins Ray Ortiz in the book. Of course, yellow cards do not carry over from the regular season, so everybody with a fresh start here in the playoffs. Blaine Ferry trying to give North Texas a late chance here in the first half. Just a couple of minutes remaining. We'll see. We're certainly going to have quite a bit of injury time. Had a couple of injuries as well as the goal and the red card. So here's Blaine Ferry. Over comes Colin Smith. Give the short option. It will be swung in by Blaine Ferry towards the far post, headed away. Mekdar's had a quiet first half. Here comes Galindres with some space, but he handled it. Right in front of Jimmy Ableda. He's got the jacket on tonight. I'm going to assume he still has the shirt and tie underneath. There's Jimmy Ableda there, pointing, always pointing, yelling, instructing his team from the sideline. He's almost like a 12th player. Here's Ferry. Looking to slide it through. Good header in the end. That was by Kapazuki. Stopped that potential cross, and Trop came out to claim. North Texas leading in the shot category so far tonight, 7-4. And they actually only have the only shot on target. Obviously, Chattanooga's goal came via the own goal. Throw in here for Chattanooga. I'm hearing we will have 3 minutes of injury time at the end of this first half from CHI Memorial Stadium. Stick around with us at halftime for a look at Emiliano Terzagi's top 10 goals from this season, as well as news and notes. Obviously, first half highlights will be coming to you just before we start the second 45 minutes. There's confirmation of those 3 minutes.
3 minutes.
Ricketts worked so well down that left side tonight with Ray Ortiz. Tries to get around Smith. This is where the goal came from. Ricketts keeps this one in. And gets unceremoniously shoved over by... Oh no, it's going to be a goal kick. I thought referee Akanashian was going to call the free kick. So in the end, good work again by the teenager Smith. Technical shot on target in this one coming from Bernard Kamunga. It's cleared off the line on the rebound following that free kick. So no saves for the keeper. So halfway through our 3 minutes of injury time at the end of this first half from Chattanooga. The first quarterfinal in the 2021 League One playoffs presented by Twin Spires. Ricketts, good poke away, and here comes Minsigan. Challenge was from Eddie Manjoma. He's got to be careful with that one yellow already. That one was a good challenge, according to referee Encarnacion. Texas just having trouble, though, once they get into that final third. Again, down to 10 men. Passing options a little limited. Eric Quill sticking with the 3 at the back for now. Brave move. That's going to be a foul on Bernard Kamunga. The man from Tanzania via Abilene, moved to Texas at the age of 14 from a Tanzanian refugee camp. 3 goals in his last 2 games as this one goes out for a goal kick. His last 15-20 minutes have been relatively calm. Can't say the same for the first half hour or so. Devin Benton's 7th minute own goal. Followed up by the red card in the 29th minute to Luke Howe, the center back for North Texas. So just Benton, Smith, and Waldeck is the back 3 for North Texas for now. It's worked so far. See how long Eric Quill sticks with it. At this point, it doesn't really matter if you lose 1-0 or 2-0, but they played relatively well. Since the red card, this ball played in off the toe of El Mektar. I was looking for Kamunga, but chokes out to claim. And that will be the end of the first half here from Chattanooga, as Tim Truitt with the acrobatic effort to get back to his feet. Didn't see much of his acrobatics in the first half. We get cheers from the Red Bulls fans here, their home team, up 1-0 at the break, thanks to an own goal by Devin Benton. North Texas down to 10 men. Still plenty of time to get back into this one. So stick with us. We'll be right back with full halftime report, news and notes. Stick with us here on ESPN Plus. Red Bulls 1, North Texas 0.
In America, the future belongs to everyone. So we built the Ford F-150 for everyone with an available Pro Power onboard generator and best-in-class available payload. It's built for America. 'Cause
try it first.
The most important thing I do is I try to listen to my patients.
I'm a father, I'm a husband, I'm a son, and I try to relate to them and make them understand I get it.
Have some empathy of what they're dealing with.
Vascular surgery, I think, is probably one of the most rewarding because of that long-term relationship.
This is not a job. This is who we are.
Visit ChattanoogaHeart.com/vascular center.
In America, the future belongs to everyone. So we built the Ford F-150 for everyone with an available Pro Power onboard generator and best-in-class available payload. It's built for America.
If your tamer passions include climbing, hang gliding, and river surfing, some may call you a hair-on-fire risk taker. We'd say, nah. They might not realize you're also a nonconformist, craft curator, history buff, art-loving experience collector. But ask a Chattanoogan, we just call you one of us.
Welcome back to halftime here in Tennessee, brought to you by Jack's Family Restaurant. Try the Big Jack at your local restaurant today. Jack's is all about the South and serves its guests quality food with an emphasis on community involvement and charitable giving. For more information, visit eatatjacks.com or follow them on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. Well, later tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern, you can check out the second quarterfinal in the League One playoffs, presented by Twin Spears. That will feature back-to-back Golden Boot winner Emiliano Terzaghi. Let's take a look at 10 of his best goals from his amazing 2021 season.
He's able to get past Rosales. Anderson's ball comes in, flicked on, Terzaghi! Emiliano Terzaghi, once again!
Dobson take one from long distance. Good save by Shuttler. It was a comfortable height, but he had to get over quickly, and that's a goal! Emiliano Terzaghi doing what he does. How did he get that one in?
Pass to the top. That's a good little touch. Here's Milvinos again, tapped inside. Terzaghi! He's able to get the third goal of the season.
And off the crossbar. Sent back again and in. Just like that. It is 1-0.
There's Terzaghi, and it's a goal! Richmond, a 1-0 lead.
Pull up ahead, plays it into the box, still alive for Richmond. Terzaghi turns, fires, it's off the post again, and in. What a goal to clinch the top spot in League One history. Goal scored for Emiliano Terzaghi.
Tons of space. Sporting lays off, and Tazai's going to have a go from distance, and what a calamity by Joe Rice. Emiliano Terzaghi gets his second goal of the night. To his right foot. The pullback, Terzaghi with the left footed finish into the top corner. Emiliano Terzaghi, the Golden Boot winner, with an 80th minute goal to give the Richmond Kickers and their emotional fans, and you can see what it means to Emiliano Terzaghi. Well, what a fun look that was. Another amazing season by your Golden Boot winner right there on the left, Emiliano Terzaghi, with his 18 goals. 4 more than Marios Lomas in second. Lomas got off to that quick start, but really just couldn't continue the pace the rest of the way. Greg Hurst there again, as always, as well as Marco Micheletto. And a nice first season in USL League One by Sean Hundel. Let's take a look at our assist leaders at the end of the regular season. Ricky Ruiz on the bench tonight for Chattanooga to start the game. 10 assists on the season. That matches the most in a League One season. Charlie Dennis had a great campaign in Tucson, 2 behind him, as well as Devin Boyce. And that was one of the great young stars in the midfield in League One, George Acosta. As for the goals against leaders, Rashid Nuhu was your winner here with a .750. Tim Trokes, tonight's starter for Chattanooga, was quite a way behind him, just under the 1 mark. Joe Rice, Richard Sanchez, the other keeper tonight, as well as Akira Fitzgerald, who led the league in saves and clean sheets. We'll see who ends up being the goalkeeper on the USL League One first team in a few weeks. Stick around. We'll be right back with news and notes, Team of the Week and more from USL League One.
Presented by Asa Engineering.
Alabama white sauce, your first bite is as Alabama as it gets. Jack's new Alabama white sauce, Southern fried chicken sandwich, bacon cheddar melt, and double cheddar burger. All with fries starting at just $4.99. Order yours while the sauce lasts. Jack's, all about the South. Start your big day with Jack's. Choose any 2 big breakfast sandwiches for just $6. Crispy bacon, savory sausage, or hearty smoked sausage with eggs and cheese on 2 perfectly grilled slices of Texas toast. Choose any 2 for just $6 at Jack's, all about the South.
Today, as you step onto the field, you step into your purpose. You step strong. You step hard. Con toda la fuerza de mujer. You step up.
There's hit on the line! Oh, he put it in! A magnificent strike! You go down, you come back, and you find a way.
Goes topic frequently. I mean, yeah, let's talk about
Stop
today where I'm gonna go
Yo,
topics.
roll it down.
I am.
You don't need a car to listen to Sirius XM. You can listen anywhere. You know that, right?
What?
Kevin Hart's Laugh Out Loud Radio. Kevin, you could use your phone.
What? What?
Alexa, play Kevin Hart's Laugh Out Loud Radio on Sirius XM.
What? This is how I know you're getting old. I guess that was it.
What?
I am a first-generation student here at Bellevue University. I feel like if I were to have gone to a different university, my experience would have been a lot more stressful and overwhelming, because I feel like I wouldn't have gotten that personal experience that Bellevue University has to offer.
There's hit on the line! Oh, he put it in! A magnificent strike! You go down, you come back, and you find a way.
Welcome back to halftime here in Chattanooga, presented by Jack's Family Restaurant. Let's take a look at some news and notes from around USL League One. Top seeds get the bye this week. That was the benefit of finishing in the top 2 spots. Omaha and Greenville off this week. They will host games at 5 and 7 p.m. Eastern next Saturday on ESPN+. Milano Terzaghi, 18 goals, wins the 2nd consecutive League One Golden Boot. And your player of the week, the final one of the regular season, goes to Greenville's Abdi Mohammed. Had another superb assist with a long-range pass in their 5th clean sheet win over North Carolina FC last week. He is obviously part of your team of the week right here. Great to see Emiliano Terzaghi as well. Blaine Ferry playing tonight. Eric Quills talked about what a key addition he was to the midfield. Paul Rothrock, what a last half of the season he had in Toronto. And Paul Christensen, we'll see him in action next weekend, or will Dallas Jake get his starting spot back? We'll have to see. Here's a look at your USL League One bracket presented by Twin Spires. We have the 3 seed versus the 6 seed here. If Chattanooga is to win tonight, they will automatically face Greenville. If North Texas wins, however, they will face Omaha. And obviously, depending on that result, we have Tucson and Richmond later on tonight at 10 p.m. Easton. So stick with us. We'll be back with full highlights from the first half here at CHI Memorial Stadium.
In America, the future belongs to everyone. So we built the Ford F-150 for everyone with an available Pro Power onboard generator and best-in-class available payload. It's built for America.
I need to try it first.
The most important thing I do is I try to listen to my patients.
I'm a father, I'm a husband, I'm a son, and I try to relate to them and make them understand I get it.
Have some empathy of what they're dealing with.
Vascular surgery, I think, is probably one of the most rewarding because of that long-term relationship.
This is not a job. This is who we are.
Visit ChattanoogaHeart.com/vascular center.
In America, the future belongs to everyone. So we built the Ford F-150 for everyone with an available Pro Power onboard generator and best-in-class available payload. It's built for America.
If your tamer passions include climbing, hang gliding, and river surfing, some may call you a hair-on-fire risk taker. We'd say, nah. They might not realize you're also a nonconformist, craft curator, history buff, art-loving experience collector. But ask a Chattanoogan, we just call you one of us.
I need to try it first.
Welcome back to halftime here, presented by Jax. The Red Wolves with a 1-0 lead over North Texas. Let's take a quick look at our first half highlights, presented by CHI Memorial. And if you missed the first half, you missed quite a bit. In the 6th minute, Jonathan Ricketts down the left side where he caused problems all night for Colin Smith. Ball comes in, Benton comes off his marker. I'm not sure what he was trying to do, perhaps trying to clear it away for a corner, but in the end, it came off Benton's foot and past his own goalkeeper into the back of the net for an own goal. I think Benton was perhaps claiming he was shoved. Anyway, just a few seconds later, Blaine Ferry with a great chance to tie it off the bar. Kamungo with the rebound, cleared off the line by Ricky Ruiz. And that was the closest North Texas would get in that first half to tying the score. What a strike by Blaine Ferry. Tim Trug was beaten, and Kamungo's effort cleared off the line by assist leader Ricky Ruiz. Assisted his team in a different way there. And here's another key moment in this first half. Lukau just needlessly lashing out with his left arm into the face of Juan Galindra. As you can see, there was a wind-up. It was certainly needless. Galindra wasn't really going anywhere where he's likely to cause trouble. And there was the red card from Joshua Encarnacion, much to the shock of Lukau and his teammates. So North Texas down to 10 men to start the second half here. Somewhere they've been before. We mentioned against New England too a few weeks ago. They were down to 10 men about the same time in the first half, with the score tied at 1 at that point, and went on to win 4-1. So don't count the visitors out just yet, and we're underway here in the second 45 from CHI Memorial Stadium. Ross Davenport here with you. Thanks for joining us tonight on ESPN Plus or around the world on YouTube. We do have a substitution for North Texas. That's Mark Salas on the ball now, as Eric Quill will look to go perhaps to 4 at the back. As here comes the turnover, Ruiz. Double teamed here by Waldeck and Manjoma. Looks like Manjoma might be going back to his fullback position. Waldeck into the midfield. He can certainly play as Kamungo tries to find Almekdar. That's cleared away. So it looks like Benton and Salas. Combination of we may not have seen this season. Waldeck goes into defensive midfield. There's your substitution. Nicky Hernandez, who we mentioned earlier, came into this game a little banged up. He exits as Eric Quill goes back to 4 at the back. Substitutions brought to you by D1 Training Chattanooga. Here is Manjoma with a yellow card today. Slips it across to, well, it was intended for Waldeck, but the pass was ahead of him. And here come Chattanooga. Galindres knocks it out wide to Ortiz on the run. His only help is Ruiz. Ortiz looking to go all the way. His cross attempt is blocked by Benton, and then off the hand, apparently, of Ortiz. It'll be a free kick here inside North Texas's box. Sanchez will take it quickly. So Colin Smith still at right back. So Eric Quill with some time to make changes at the half. Decides to go with 4 at the back as that one's given away. Kapazuki, his first start in a while. He's familiar with red cards. Had a silly one against Greenville earlier this season. It's through his, oh, what a tackle by Benton. Minsigan still has it though. Looking to find room for the shot, finds Galindres wide open at the far post, blocked by Benton. Ruiz poked away, Minsigan right at Sanchez. He was looking for the foul as well. Benton making up for his, well, not quite all the way making up for his own goal, but key block to deny a goal for the home team and perhaps see them double their lead. Just like the first half, Chattanooga coming out on the front foot. Come again through the middle. Ruiz out wide to Minsigan. He'll slow things down. Carrera Garcia swings it left side. Ricketts out wide to Ortiz. He does get the cross in. Sanchez will claim over Galindres. Kapazuki had the 1 red card. He was also suspended 4 games earlier this season for an incident with Tormenta 2 players of all people. He was on the sideline in the June 5th game against the main Tormenta side. Some Tormenta 2 players in attendance. Kapazuki got into it with them. As Blaine Ferry is called for the foul there. Eric Quill not happy with that decision. Will be a yellow card for the North Texas coach, Eric Quill.
Ladies and gentlemen, the referee has presented the yellow card.
We didn't get too much into it during the week with Eric Quill about that penalty decision last week, but he did tell us he wasn't particularly happy with the decision. Allison was in position. Murphy looked to go around him and just sort of ran into the leg of Allison and was called for the penalty. Here's Ruiz. Been a pest all night against this North Texas side. He loses possession there. We didn't get time to see our halftime stats, but North Texas was 7 shots to 4. Just the one on target, which was cleared off the line by Ricky Ruiz. Possession is pretty much even at 50-50 as we have a corner kick here. This corner kick's brought to you by Ford, the official domestic car partner of the Chattanooga Rebels. Ray Ortiz will look to drive this one in. Not much space there in the corner at CHI Memorial. Here comes the delivery. He'll go short. Not sure if the North Texas defender was 10 yards back, but his one swung in and over. As the training ground move doesn't quite come off, Sanchez will restart with a goal kick. Still no saves for either goalie. The 2 shots on goal have been cleared off the line by defenders or midfielders. Not the best of goal kicks there by Sanchez as it goes out of play for a Chattanooga throw. In offensive options on the bench for Eric Quill, Thibaut Jaquel, the man out of Campbell. Kazu, Alex Bruce. Kazu started the last game. Started 19 times this season. Only one goal in his last 13. He could come on and end that slow patch. What a time that would be. We'll see what Quill has up his sleeve. Maybe a little different situation with 10 men. But he's got to throw everything at it at some point in the second half. That's Ferry. Beautiful ball swung wide to Manjoma. From his now fullback spot. Waldeck. Slides it in for Al Makdar. Manjoma with the cross. Headed away. Time by Ricketts. Jimmy Ablada, which of his players would really look to keep things calm in situations like this when the game got tight? As that one goes wide of Tim Troke's goal. He's mentioned Carrera Garcia, especially the guys who have played at higher levels overseas. He mentioned playing that game against Greenville, which looked like it might be for second place. Obviously Chattanooga ended up falling back into third despite tying that game 0-0. He mentioned that being a sort of playoff type environment at Legacy early. What was riding on that game, what we thought was riding on the game at that point. Here's Galindres looking to take on Salas. Good work there by Mark Salas, the Dallas native, former FC Dallas youth. Under some pressure, North Texas get it away. And Salas was suspended last week for the red card for the denial of goal scoring opportunity against New England. 76th pick in this year's MLS Super Draft by Dallas. Only arrived in mid-July. He started 9 of the last 12 until this one. Can't watch the match? Turn on Sirius XM FC channel 157, North America's only 24/7 source of soccer radio, featuring Ray Hudson, Tony Miola, Rodney Marsh, and USL All Access with Mike Watts and Devin Kerr every Tuesday night at 7 Eastern. You can also hear live action from the USL, MLS, Premier League and more, all on Sirius XM. As Galindres is bearing down on Sanchez, but good work there by Salas. You can hear all that on Sirius XM, FC 157 and the SXM app. Joma. Waldeck under pressure from Villalobos. Again, the man who until tonight had scored a goal in each of the 1-0 victories in the regular season. Frey was looking for Manjoma. Ramos over. He'll put it out for a throw. 9 minutes into this second half. Red Wolves 1, North Texas 0. 7th minute own goal by Devin Benton. The difference so far in this quarterfinal matchup. Here's Blaine Ferry. Slides it in for Al Makdar. Looking to turn. Can't find a space. Waldeck's going to have a crack from distance. Hits Carrera Garcia. Colin Smith now will look to keep it in the danger zone. Here's Raya with a left-footed effort. Sails far over Tim Choke's goal.
Concessions brought to you this evening by Coca-Cola. Quench your thirst with a Coca-Cola beverage. Together, tastes better. Coca-Cola, the exclusive beverage partner of the Chattanooga Red Wolves.
North Texas with 35 minutes to try and find their way back into this contest. Check out the new 2021 Chattanooga Red Wolves kit along with t-shirts, scarves, novelty items, and much more at ChattanoogaRedWolves-SC.com. There's Blaine Ferry with some space. He hasn't had much of that tonight. Slips it through for Gibran Rayo. Good tackle there by Jason Ramos, though. Here comes Minsigan. Ruiz in no hurry here with his team up 1-0. stroke under a bit of pressure. Finds Navarro. Good layoff by Galindres. Out wide to Minskin, and acres of space on the right side. Majoma's tracking back. Minskin with a cross in, looking for Galindres, but it's too far ahead of the Colombian. And out for a throw. Red card, going back to the red card for Lukau. North Texas is eighth of the season. Almaguer with 2, Cirillo, Majoma, Rayo, Kazu, and Salas with the others. Will be a free kick here. Ray Ortiz takes care of his laces. Ruiz and Carrera Garcia, the usual suspects behind the free kick. Ortiz also over here. As Encarnacion, our referee, blows his whistle. Plenty of big targets here. Ramos, Ricketts, Galindres in the box. Gonna go short. Ortiz now. He's hammered down by Bernard Camongo. Clumsy there from the recent goal scoring here. Ortiz is still down, clutching his right leg. We'll take another look at it here on the replay. Camongo just committed, and then it was a professional foul. Lucky not to get a yellow there, Camongo. So we'll have another free kick, this one from a much tastier position for Chattanooga. So Ruiz and Carrera Garcia. Ortiz coming over for a word as well. 3-man wall for Richard Sanchez. He's got to be on his toes here. Now just Ortiz and Ruiz. It's going to be an attempt from Ruiz. Ortiz, excuse me, and Sanchez had to get down well. Stop that sneaking inside his right-hand post. Sanchez clearly saw it well all the way. It was relatively well struck by Ortiz, but not quite enough pace to beat the former MLS keeper. Here we're going to have a couple of subs, as you can see there at halfway, coming in here for North Texas. It will be Kazu as well as Alisson, so an offensive and defensive substitution. These substitutes brought to you by D1 Training Chattanooga. So Kazu will replace Khalil El-Mektar, who's had a very ineffective night on that left side.
Entering the match,
that'll be a straight swap
Texas,
there.
27,
and then Devin Benton, the man, unfortunately has the own goal this evening. The difference in this one will be replaced by Alisson, much more physical center back.
Leaving the match, number 17, Khalil El-Mektar.
Mentioned earlier, Eric Quill was expecting Alisson to come on late whenever Galindres came on, but he ended up starting the game. Good header back there by Alisson. North Texas trying to string a few passes together. They haven't done it many times tonight. Ramos. Under a half hour remaining here. Ross Davenport with you. 1-0 Red Bulls in this. It's the first ever USL League One quarterfinal. We only had semifinals back in 2019. Second one will be tonight, 10 p.m. Eastern. FC Tucson hosting the Richmond Kickers in a rematch of the regular season finale, which Tucson won 4-2 to get into the playoffs. That's a foul there by Ricketts on Colin Smith. So Alisson and Salas at center back now. Here comes Kazu. He's got a red card to his name this season, as we mentioned. Had a real goal-scoring spurt in July, August. Had 5 goals and an assist in a 6-game span, but has been relatively quiet since then. The man from Brazil with a Japanese heritage. He's on loan from Curitiba. Played for Brazil U17s. Colin Smith cutting in from his right fullback spot. Ferry. Good step there by Kapazuki to knock it away from Kazu. Mentioned earlier, Eric Quill said this has been the hardest season of the 3 years he's been here. Was he overhauled after last season? Sent a lot of good players elsewhere after 2020. He wasn't sure some of the characters of these guys because of COVID he couldn't watch games live, which is relying on video and agents. Here comes North Texas now, though, at the edge of the box. Strike here, right at Sanchez, who almost fumbles into Kamungo. The initial strike was from Rayo. Kamungo was waiting there to pounce. Trilk got a second attempt. Here's another look at that long distance effort with the left foot from Rayo, 20 yards out. It was skimming off that turf. And Trilk got lucky that ball didn't fall right at the feet of Bernard Kamungo. It would have been 1-1. One thing Eric Quill has mentioned a couple of times this season is how this team has improved physically and cardio-wise. Changed their strength and conditioning program. He said he's noticed the difference with the numbers over the last few months, and we'll see they might need it tonight in these last 25+ minutes. Chattanooga is such a tough team to break down, though, especially with the lead. Good bit of possession here, though, from North Texas over the last couple of minutes. Ortiz clears it away, looking for Ruiz. Alisson's there, though. Here's Waldeck. Swings then left foot, looking for Kamungo. Headed away by Navarro. Mincer going to help it out back. He just clears it downfield to where he would normally be. Headed back in by Salas, looking for Kamungo. He'll bring this one down. Looking to take on Villalobos. Falls almost at the feet of Waldeck, but eventually to blame Ferry. On his weaker right foot, though. Has to go wide to Rayo. Rayo from distance again. And that's a good save by Tim Trilk at his near post. He went far post last time. Tried to go far post last time. This time goes near post on Trilk. And Trilk had to get down quickly.
This corner kick sponsored by your local
Rayo lurking at the edge of that box. That one was skimming off the surface. That's a good save by Tim Trilk. His first or second proper one of the night. This corner kick brought to you by Ford. Here comes the corner by Ferry. Headed away at the front post by Galindres. Smith. He hooks it back in. Headed away. Waldeck with a good aerial duel win. And then Galindres pokes it away from Alisson. Ruiz flicks it through. Smith's got the other side of Galindres, though, and he'll put that one out for a throw. Jimmy Ablado organizing things up top. As you can see it halfway there, Walefi ready to come on. Walefi will provide a little more defensive presence in the middle. Certainly more of a defensive-minded midfielder than whoever he replaces in the midfield. This one bounces off. Kamungo is going to be in on Tim Trok. A mistake by Ramos. Bernard Kamungo ties it! Bernard Kamungo again! Takes advantage of the mistakes and ties it at 1. Out of nowhere, North Texas have tied things up here with 23+ minutes remaining.
North Texas 1, Chattanooga 1.
It was the mistake by Ramos. He's played so well this season. Kamungo calmly strikes it under the left foot of Truk with his own left foot. And we're all tied up here at 1. You can see the substitutes for North Texas celebrating with Kamungo, his 4th goal in 3 games. As Walefi comes on, but it's a couple of seconds too late.
Number 6, Jimmy Villalobos.
Galindres will restart. There's a substitution, which happened just after the goal. Walefi on the ball now, in for Jimmy Villalobos. As we're tied at 1, North Texas hadn't really shown anything. It was a mistake by Ramos, and the speedy Kamungo took full advantage. It's his 6th goal of the season. The man from Tanzania via Abilene, Texas. Ortiz with the cross, dealt with reasonably well by Allison. Shanks it out of play. And that quietens the crowd here at CHI Memorial. Once again with 10 men, North Texas have found the back of the net for the 2nd time in a handful of games. So 2 mistakes by defenders lead to both goals tonight. Pressure's on in these postseason. Makes you do crazy things. Jason Ramos has played so well all season, certainly a candidate for one of the all-league teams at that center-back spot. He made a crucial error at the wrong time, and that allowed Kamungo in, as that's a crunching challenge by Rayo, a legal one. And Minsigan is down. Minsigan dealt with 2 injuries already this season. Take another look at the replay here. It was a risky challenge from Rayo. He committed super early, but Minsigan had a bit of a heavy touch. Rayo's also down. He's run a lot tonight, has Gibran Rayo. A couple of scoring opportunities right before that goal from Kamungo. I'm going to mention it now. We have 20 minutes left. This game does finish tied after 90. We'll have 2 15-minute periods of extra time.
All digital displays in the stadium.
If we're still tied after those, you know what comes next.
Make your next event bigger, better, and brighter with Plainview LED.
North Texas down to 10 men have tied this thing up. 13 times, though, Chattanooga have scored in the last 15 minutes, including injury time. Should certainly expect them to at least create a number of chances here in these last 20 minutes. Here's Ramos. Swings it over left side. Ricketts brings it down nicely. Ruiz swings it in left-footed. Right into the hands of Richard Sanchez. Sanchez spent his youth with Atletico Madrid as well as FC Dallas. 27 MLS appearances for the Chicago Fire, as well as a couple for Sporting KC. Great veteran presence to have in goal. Not too many keepers with MLS experience in the USL Championship, and League One, I should say. Here's Ortiz now on the right. Low cross is blocked by Allison. Salas. Good smart bit of play by Ferry to take on the much slower Walefi. Although Walefi recovers nicely. Walefi Missed so much time this year with a knee problem. He's played a lot as of late though. He started 9 of the last 11 before this one. Joma. Looking ahead for Kamungo. He's got the other side of Ramos, but the ball just bounces a little too far into the arms of Truk. What a lovely ball that was by Manjoma. There's Navarro. Mentioned earlier with the losses of Dietrich, Hernandez. Chattanooga a little short-handed on the offensive side of things tonight. Also missing Teixeira. Here comes the ball in. Cleared away by Alisson. He's found himself in the right spot at the right time since coming on to make some key clearances. It's going to be a throw. Mentioned Teixeira, former DP with FC Dallas. A late season signee that has missed a ton of action over the last month.
Entering for the Red Wolves, number 11, Josue España.
As you hear here, the substitution being made for Chattanooga's. Mitzigan goes off. Esparza comes on. This substitute brought to you by D1 Training Chattanooga. It's España on, not Esparza. Kamungo going to be beaten to this one by a combination of Truk and Navarro. Truk puts that one into the seats. It is Jose España, the 26-year-old out of Glendale, California. Spent his youth with the LA Galaxy. Played his college ball at FIU as well as UC Santa Barbara. Here's Manjoma. Chips in looking for Kamungo, but Truk will be into that one. Look to get things started the other way with Carrera Garcia. Again, Esparza on for Rafa Minskin. He was our player to watch, but was relatively quiet tonight. Initially on the right side, then on the left side. Couldn't get things going. Here's Kazu. Speaking of getting things going, down this left wing. Gets left-footed, cross in. Truk comes out to claim ahead of Rayo. To make a quick decision there did Tim Truk, and he made the right one.
Body armor, the official.
We do have Blake Frischnick on the bench as well, offensively. Also Ronaldo Pineda can certainly play anywhere across the park. Spent most of the time recently at fullback, but definitely capable of playing in the midfield as well as up top. It's not the best of balls there from Sebastian Capazuki. Smith. Looking for the 1-2. Good work back by España. Ramos will clear up inside his own box and clear downfield. It's clumsy from Alisson into the back of Galindres. Referee Encarnacion is at least going to have a word with Alisson. And the man that gave up the key penalty last weekend against Omaha. Looks like he might be able to talk his way out of a card. Here's another look at it here. Just clear shove in the back of Galindres. That takes out Jimmy Ableda. Got back up quickly though. Jimmy looks like he could still play. No card, just a free kick. Interesting decision there. That's a pretty clear-cut challenge from behind. Blade is on his feet in the ear of the fourth official. Jimmy Blade has been sent off once this season. But it's Eric Quillo who has the card tonight, a yellow card in the first half. Nice combo play here. Ricketts deep in the corner. Oh, it's a lovely attempt on the ball through to Ricketts, but just ahead of him. And it will be a goal kick. As we wind down into the 77th minute here from CHI Memorial. Ross Davenport here with you, 1-1. Chattanooga took the lead in the 7th minute thanks to an own goal by Devin Benton, and then Bernard Kamungo, the goal-scoring hero of late, would tie things up in the 67th after a mistake by Jason Ramos. Sanchez. That one goes out forward.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your last call for alcohol. Once the clock hits the 80th minute, beer will no longer be available at stadium concession.
So the beer sale is going to end soon in Chattanooga. Fans might want to stock up now because this one could be going an extra 30 minutes as Leffy's going to be issued a yellow card here. Let's take another look at it here.
Ladies and gentlemen, the referee has presented the yellow card to Chattanooga's number 7.
A little studs up, got there just late, perhaps a little harsh on the veteran. You see his reaction. Leffy with USL Championship experience with Swope Park Rangers. Originally from Sao Paulo. So restart here with a free kick. A couple of yards inside the Chattanooga half. Another foul on the left. This time it's on Blaine Ferry, who's coming up with a limp. As referee Encarnacion has told Derek Waldeck to wait, and he seems to run off towards the sideline. Perhaps having a word with Jimmy Obleda, I'm not sure. Looks like he's in the vicinity. I think he went to the pocket. So now both coaches with yellow cards tonight, Quill and Obleda. So after all that, we will restart with a free kick for North Texas. Derek Waldeck to take it. Third of the way inside the Chattanooga half. He's going to take it long, then he went short, and then he'll go back short to Salas. Salas chips it ahead, looking for Kamungo. He got a leg on him. It'll just roll through to Trill. Bit of a waste of a free kick there. A chance for Waldeck. You would have thought to perhaps at least look for the far post and the header back across, but the short take didn't work. There's Ruiz with some space. Carrera Garcia. Back to Ruiz. What a delightful ball. Not too far ahead, though, of España. And will be shepherded out for a goal kick. Ten minutes remaining in the 90 here from Chattanooga. As temperatures drop into the low 50s. It's going to be a handball on Blaine Ferry. It's been a strange match, not just because of the incident. It's been relatively pedestrian at times, sort of sparked with occasional moments of class and scoring chances, but overall it's been the tight match we would have expected between two teams who tied twice and had two 1-0 games in the regular season. Just a mistake by two center backs have led to the two goals. Here's España. Gets it back. Raya with another risky sliding challenge. Again, wins it. And over comes Encarnacion again to the bench. Another card issued to somebody on the Chattanooga bench. You can hear the fans. They'll really be hoping that Encarnacion will be focusing on what's going on the field, not on the sideline at this critical point in the match. Alisson The pressure from Galindres, and he just puts that one into the seats. Comes North Texas, Ferry. He's got Kamungo ahead of him, that's about it. Remember, North Texas down to 10 men, thanks to the red card issued to Luke Howe. Lashing out at that man who was on the ball a second ago there, Juan Galindres with his left arm. Here's Galindres now. In that big physical battle with Alisson, he's going to let it run out for a corner kick. This corner kick is brought to you by Ford, the official domestic car partner of the Chattanooga Red Wolves. As the crowd gets loud for Carrera Garcia, he'll deliver this set piece, and he'll go short to Ruiz. Ruiz swings it in left-footed. Sanchez with a good claim. Above Kapazuki. He hasn't had much to do tonight, Richard Sanchez, but when he's been called upon, he's performed well. Salas goes back to Sanchez. Clear from inside his own 6-yard box. This one will go all the way back to his opposite number, Trilk. So 3 substitutions made by North Texas, 2 for Chattanooga. Ramos almost with another heavy touch. Almost gave it away to Rayo. Kapazuki with a delightful ball in, but well played and read by Manjoma to knock it out of the way of heading into Ray Ortiz's path. Kapazuki. Will be a throw in for the Red Wolves. Ruiz. Always looking to create. Darts in and out of space. Spania looking for Walefi, I think it was. See North Texas sitting a little further back now, trying to get this one to the 90. But we know what Chattanooga are capable of in the final 15. This one's over the top of Richard Sanchez's net and out for a goal kick. As Derek Waldeck implores his keeper to slow things down. Yellow card so far for Chattanooga. Carrera Garcia, Ortiz, as well as Walefi. For North Texas, Manjoma with the 1 yellow, Lukau with the straight red. It's back in the 29th minute. Seems like forever ago. This one goes over Kazu's head. Out for a throw. Clearance there by Colin Smith. 5 minutes remaining in the 90 in this League One quarterfinal. This portion of the game brought to you by Body Armor, the official sports drink of the Chattanooga Red Wolves. I'm sure these guys are getting some Body Armor after the 90s. We have a pullback. It was on Rayo. Kid in the crowd wants a red card. He had the yellow up initially. There's going to be a yellow card for Gibran Rayo. He's had a couple of challenges that he perhaps came close to deserving one earlier in the second half and now does. So the second North Texas player in the book with a yellow card is Gibran Rayo. So free kick, a yard or so off the touchline here for Chattanooga. Usual suspects having a word. Carrera Garcia, Ruiz, and Ortiz. Crowd is on their feet here. this Heart Attack Red Wolves team can do in the waning minutes of games. Talked to Eric Quill about how he defends these kind of crosses and free kicks from the wings. He said they've got to get a body on the runners. Says they do prepare in practice with 5 minutes to go in games with a goal up and a goal down. Here's Ruiz. He's going to go back to Ortiz. Excuse me, to Carrera Garcia, over to Kabazuki. Sanchez comes and claims again. Kazu immediately under pressure from Kabazuki, but turns in field nicely. That's a turnover, and that's going to be a foul, though, on España. No, excuse me, on Ricketts. Referee Encarnacion's had some big decisions to make this evening. Obviously, the red card being the biggest of them. So that is going to be off Daniel Navarro for a corner. This corner kick brought to you by Ford, the official domestic car partner of the Chattanooga Red Wolves. Battling down in there with Colin Smith.
This corner kick sponsored by your local.
Just over 2 minutes
dealer.
remaining in regulation here in Chattanooga. Blaine Ferry to swing it in left-footed. Again, not much space here in the corners as he kicks a few cones out the way. The delivery from Ferry. Well claimed by Tim Truk over Kazu. Corner kick just far too close to the goalkeeper. Kazu hanging out behind Tim Truk, waiting for him to perhaps put the ball down. But Tim Truk was ready for that piece of trickery or attempted trickery from Kazu. España with the throw. Galindres, nice pass. Ball's laid back and strike, blocked. Chattanooga putting the pressure on here late, as always. Here comes the ball in. Headed away by Manjoma. Ruiz was waiting for it to drop. Here's Ramos, man whose mistake led to the game-tying goal by Bernard Kamungo in the 67th minute. That's an awful throw, slipped out of the hands of Kabazuki, but the referee helped him out. Kabazuki. Ortiz. Good take on Kazu, gets the cross in. Flicked away. Kamungo. We know what he can do from this spot. Good body work by Ramos to shield the dangerous Kamungo away from that one. Ricketts out wide. España. Back to Ramos. Carrera Garcia, he's a danger from distance. Looking to find space, Waldeck was there though. Kabazuki. Red Wolves all over North Texas here the last few minutes. With the extra man, Ortiz. The touch takes him a little wide. Swings it over off the head of Ricketts. Ruiz is there, it's going to be a foul on Ricketts. Much to the disgust of the Red Wolves fans in the vicinity. As you can see there, we will have a minimum of 3 minutes injury time here at the end of the 90. Richard Sanchez. Clears into the night. Ortiz gets the second ball. Here's Ruiz with some space. He's got Galindres ahead of him, but he's double teamed. Sanchez will come out to claim this one. Sanchez has only made the one save tonight. That was from Ray Ortiz in the 60th minute. Here's Galindres with some space. Good work back by Kazu, who's then fouled by the striker. "90 seconds remaining in the 3 minutes of injury time here. This will be the first time this season that Juan Galindres has gone 90, again, normally a sub. This was his first start since mid-September. We do have Frischnick on the bench, I should say, center forward-wise. I'm sure we'll see him perhaps at some point in extra time. As Navarro heads this one back to Trill. Has to get on his horse to beat Kamongo to it. There's Walefi. 45 seconds or so remaining in these 3 minutes of injury time. Lovely work by Walefi. Swings it left side. Taken down by Ruiz. He's got players in the box. He's going to try and take it himself past Alisson. Ruiz gets the cross in. It's in the danger zone. Salas has to hook it away. Sanchez didn't come for it. Can Chattanooga find another piece of late magic? Ruiz slips it into Espana. Cross is blocked by Alisson. Ferry does well. Kazu. Ortiz! What a chance for Ray Ortiz. It was deflected and out for a corner. Will we have time for it? It looks like we will. Corner brought to you by 4, but let's take a look at the replay. It bounced up in the air. Ferry only half cleared it. Ortiz beat Kazu to it. It was off the foot of Munjoma and over. We will have time for this corner, presented by Ford, the domestic car partner of the Chattanooga Red Wolves. Ruiz and Ortiz. This is certainly the last chance here to end this one in regulation. Ruiz swings it in. Away by Alisson. And that'll do it. It's a good thing we have an extra hour of sleep tonight. We're going to have a half hour at least of extra soccer here in Chattanooga. Your score after 90 is 1-1. We're going to go to break. We'll be right back with you with extra time.
If your tamer passions include climbing, hang gliding, and river surfing, some may call you a hair-on-fire risk taker. We'd say, nah. They might not realize you're also a nonconformist, craft curator, history buff, art-loving experience collector. But ask a Chattanoogan, we just call you one of us.
Good times, bad times, and everything in between. Your primary care doctor is with you all the way.
I need to try it first.
With Jack's new Alabama white sauce, your first bite is as Alabama as it gets. Jack's new Alabama white sauce, Southern fried chicken sandwich, bacon cheddar melt, and double cheddar burger. All with fries starting at just $4.99. Order yours while the sauce lasts. Jack's, all about the South.
Welcome back to Chattanooga, Tennessee. Ross Davenport here with you. We're tied at 1 after regulation, 90 minutes. Third time this season these teams have played to a 1-1 draw. It was an early Chattanooga lead thanks to an own goal by Devin Benton. But Bernard Kamunga would tie things up midway through the second half, and that's got us to where we are here, getting ready for our first 15-minute period of extra time. We will have 2 15-minute periods of extra time. No golden goal anymore, so if somebody scores, the game continues. And after 2 15-minute periods of extra time, if we're still tied, we will go to a penalty shootout. But we'll deal with that when we get to it, if we get to it. For now, we've got 2 15 minutes of extra time. Look at the substitution situation. North Texas has made 3 subs. Kazu, Mark Salas, and Alisson in the game. Chattanooga have only made the 2. Josue Espana as well as Walefi in the game. So 3 more subs left for Jimmy Ableda. 2 for Eric Quill. We'll let you know if we have any substitutions at the break here. As you can see the North Texas team getting together to discuss first 15 minutes. Eric Quill firing his men up here. Went down to 10 men in the first half, but hung around, and then took advantage of a mistake by Jason Ramos. And tied things up in the 67th. It's the crowd excited about some free soccer tonight. They do get that extra hour of sleep this evening. That's if they have anything to wake up for tomorrow.
Once again,
you're just sleeping in, it doesn't really matter.
Have 2 15-minute intervals of extra time in their entirety.
Don't see any immediate substitutions for Chattanooga. Juan Galindra is still in there after going 90 for the first time this season. Remaining substitutes for Chattanooga: Blake Frischnick, the striker, defenders George Luna and Jonathan Esparza, goalkeeper Sebastian Moramor, as well as utility man Ronaldo Pineda. For North Texas, goalkeeper Antonio Carrera, along with Rio Ramirez, Thibaut Jaquel, and Alex Bruce. So 2 potential penalty takers on the bench still for Eric Quill and Jaquel and Bruce. But we'll address that situation if we get to it. Joshua Encarnacion issued a red card earlier tonight. 4th red card issued this season. In the USL Championship, he actually gave one to former North Texas defender Lamar Batista when he was playing for Colorado Springs. One of the League One products to make the leap up to USL Championship. So we will have North Texas going from right to left, just as we did to end the second half. Again, we'll let you know if we have any substitutions. I don't see any initially for North Texas either. Derek Waldeck still playing that defensive midfield role now. When Eddie Majoma is back at left fullback. And Joshua Encarnacion gets us underway here. Full start. Galindrez was 5 yards deep into the North Texas half. And now we are underway here in the first half of extra time from Chattanooga in this first ever USL League One quarterfinal. Brought to you by Twin Spires. So again, 2 15-minute periods of extra time. This is Walefi, a second half substitute. A good veteran presence to have on the field for Jimmy Ableda. Remember, they brought in 16 new players this offseason. It was almost a completely different roster than last year when they failed to make the playoffs. They are attacking now down this left side. Ricketts. If things continue as they did at the end of regulation for North Texas, they'll continue to sit deep. That's what kept Ricketts onside. He chips it in, looking for the head of Galindrez, and just past the foot of Walefi. What a tantalizing ball in again from Ricketts. Here's another look. Beautifully chipped in with his right foot. Galindres didn't quite get enough on it, and then Walefi was just outside the edge of his toe. He couldn't poke it past Richard Sanchez. You have to wonder what Eric Quill does here. Does he just sit back and try to soak up pressure for another half hour? It's a risky thing to do against a team with as much offensive talent as Chattanooga, or does he try to take it to them? Depends how much legs they've got, I guess. They certainly did it against New England Revolution 2 in that 4-1 win. 3 goals coming with 10 men. Two of those by that man, number 7, Bernard Kamungo. Eddie Manjomo also had a goal and assist in that contest. Here's Ricketts again. Rayo over to pay him some attention. Ricketts with the left-footed ball in. Sanchez there before it can get to Galindres. He's been busy with his cross claims tonight, has Sanchez. He goes long quickly for Kamungo. Kamungo all the way through to Trill. You can see how far Derek Waldeck is sitting back off Walefi. North Texas will just, I think, try and sit back, soak it up, and look to hit on the counter perhaps. This ball is just ahead of Ruiz. Not the best of clearances. Here's Kapazuki. Out wide to Ortiz. Kapazuki with the first time cross. It's not a great one, and Waldeck tries to control it, but instead it falls at the feet of Kapazuki here. Chips it over to Carrera Garcia. Lovely ball in. Ricketts, the left-footed cross, looking for Galindres. The header's down off the post. Headed away. Not sure if Sanchez got a piece of it. But between him and the post, they did enough to keep it out. Galindres with a wide open header at the far post. Here's Ortiz. He's got Espana here in the channel. Espana gets the cross in. There's nobody there though, and cleared away. Kamungo putting pressure on again. It looks like it's just going to be North Texas holding on for dear life for 30 minutes. Walefi. There's Ricketts again. His left-footed cross. I think hit the North Texas player, perhaps where it hurts. He's down. It is Rayo. Yeah, he's feeling that one. Referee will certainly give him the time to shake that one off. Once he's back on his feet, we will have a corner. This corner presented by Ford, the official domestic car partner of the Chattanooga Red Wolves. Ray Ortiz over to take it as Rayo's back on his feet. Here's the right-footed delivery from Ortiz. Sanchez there to claim, almost bubbles it before the ball could get to Navarro. Sanchez will clear downfield. He somehow finds Kamungo. What a kick by Sanchez, who's then bowled over by Ramos, but no call. Some tired legs out there right now. Understandably so. Chattanooga, ball into Galindres. He turns and shoots, but his tame shot is easily wide of Sanchez's goal. Not where Eric Quill wants to see Juan Galindres with his back to goal 20 yards out. We know what he can do from there. Gets away with it this time. So just over 5 minutes into this first period of extra time. 1-1 between the Red Wolves and North Texas SC in this first USL League One quarterfinal of 2021. The second one will be coming up at 10 p.m. Eastern in 50 minutes. That's between FC Tucson and the Richmond Kickers. Tucson won the season finale matchup between those two sides, 4-2. This one's flicked on Espana. He's got Ricky Ruiz wide open in the middle. He tries to find him, but good work back by Waldeck. Sanchez isn't sure whether he can pick it up. Ramos. Ortiz. Ruiz. Lays it out wide to Ricketts. He does get to it. What a sliding interception by Waldeck. Played very well tonight. As the man from Stanford. Started at left fullback, now playing defensive midfield. Corner's taken short, Ruiz. Slips it back to Ortiz. He goes far post again. Looking for the header, and it's off the post. It's Navarro this time. As down goes, I'm not sure who got fouled, but it was definitely Navarro committing the foul. Man, those far post crosses, it is Alisson who's down. It's going to be a yellow card for Daniel Navarro. Here's the free kick. Here's the cross floated in by Ortiz to the back post. Navarro off the post.
Ladies and gentlemen,
beat Alisson to it, and Alisson got crunched from behind. By Navarro, the 30-year-old veteran. Played last year with the Oakland Roots, who had a big first-round playoff victory last night in the USL Championship. At El Paso, another one of his former teams. And we will restart here, halfway through this first 15 minutes of extra time. Sanchez. Leffy wins that one. Kapazuki under some pressure from Kazu. Kamunga was waiting to pounce on that back pass had it gone through. Here come Chattanooga with numbers. It's 3-on-2 with players joining. Ortiz, a left side. Runs straight into Alisson. Was looking for the penalty, never got it. That one's going to be a dive, it looks like. And a yellow card for Ricky Ruiz. Referee Encarnacion had a great view of it. That's the only thing I can assume the yellow card was for, because Ricky Ruiz was looking for the foul. Let's see it here. Certainly no foul there. Yeah, Salas. No contact. You can see Encarnacion had a great view of the simulation, so it will be a yellow card for Ricky Ruiz. See the players' breaths now. Ricky Ruiz played well tonight, as always. Certainly one of the key cogs in this midfield for Jimmy Obleda. Hasn't scored in a while, though. Would be certainly a great time to find the back of the net here in extra time. Kapazuki on the run. Spanier on the right side now. Go all the way back to Ramos. As expected, it's been all Red Wolves in the first 10 minutes of this first period of injury time, extra time. This one's headed away. And as far as Carrera Garcia, is he going to have a crack from there? He will! It's deflected. And out for a corner. The 7th corner of the evening for Chattanooga. This corner brought to you by Ford, the official domestic car partner of the Chattanooga Red Wolves.
This Red Wolves corner kick brought to you by your local Ford dealer.
North Texas just trying to hang on and take this one to PKs. Ortiz swings it in, headed away by Ferry. Leffy all the way back here, being chased by Rayo. .25 open play crosses tonight by Chattanooga to Texas's 5. Here's another one, Ricketts. And another corner.
This Red Wolves corner
brought to you by Ford, the official domestic car partner of the Chattanooga Red Wolves. Chattanooga with the lead in possession, 56.5%. Here comes the corner from Carrera Garcia. Sanchez comes, doesn't quite get to it, but gets enough on it. Referee's called a foul. Not sure if it was on Galindrez or Ricketts. Perhaps somebody obstructing Sanchez's path to the ball, and it will be a free kick for North Texas. Goes all the way back to Trilk. Hearing we will see the introduction of Rio Ramirez for North Texas in a minute. Getting ready there at the halfway line, but he won't be allowed to enter just yet. So here comes Chattanooga once again. North Texas trying to bend but not break. España. He's called for the foul. He had the ball. Furthest corner away from the camera.
Entering the match for North Texas SC, number 24, Rio Ramirez. Leaving for North Texas, number 14.
So defensive substitutions. We have a defender replacing a midfielder and an attacking midfielder at that. Rio Ramirez, he's only played 1 minute over the last 6 matches. Did start a chunk in July, August, and September at the centre-back spot. We'll see where he slots in here. See if North Texas go 5 at the back. Not sure what the delay here is in the substitution. Ramirez, 23-year-old, out of Arlington, Texas. Spent time in the NPSL with Fort Worth. He's playing some indoor soccer. And a delay for the North Texas player down. So we will certainly have some extra time at the end of injury time, excuse me, at the end of this first period of extra time. Gibran Rayo certainly taking his time getting up here, giving his teammates a rest. We will restart here with a foul, a free kick after the foul on Rayo. Rayo walks off, and that will allow Rio Ramirez to come on, the defender. Bringing some fresh legs at the back for Eric Quill. So we're ready to go here. 15 seconds remaining in this first period of extra time, but we'll certainly have at least a minute or two added on. North Texas with some rare possession here in the Chattanooga half. That one's through the back of Ramirez. España once again. Ramirez this time is going to take his time getting up. It will be 4 minutes of injury time at the end of this first period of extra time. Maybe more here, as Ramirez is certainly feeling that challenge. Ramirez is up on his feet, looking a little gingerly. It's a handshake from Ricky Ruiz. Juan Melendrez trying to intercept whatever. That was a tired free kick from Blaine Ferry. Wasn't much in that delivery at all. Here's España. Again, 4 minutes here to be added at the end of the first period of extra time. That CHI Memorial Stadium. Still plenty of fans in attendance. And even Joma will get called for the foul. One of the North Texas players with a yellow to his name tonight. Quick restart by Chattanooga. Ortiz. Good sliding challenge by Ramirez. Smith will try to come away with it. Splits Red Wolves, but go out for a throw as Ortiz just throws it straight at Colin Smith. Colin Smith, certainly a good couple of yards in field. There's going to be a yellow card for Smith as well as Ortiz, and that's his second. Oh, just when we thought we'd seen it all tonight, Chattanooga down to 10 men. He was clearly trying to draw the free kick and just threw the ball straight at Colin Smith. Jimmy Ableda trying to calm his players down. So both teams down to 10 men. Here's a look at the incident. Ball went out for a Chattanooga throw. Jimmy Ableda picks it up, throws it into Ortiz. Colin Smith was in play. Had an initial jump that was perhaps a little too close, but Ortiz didn't throw it and then threw it at Smith.
Ladies and gentlemen, the referee has presented the red card to Chattanooga's number 44, Ray Ortiz.
One thing that does potentially do is take off a penalty taker that may have been taking penalties for Chattanooga should this one go the distance. So now we're 10 versus 10. We're approaching the end of what was going to be an initial 4 minutes of injury time at the end of this first half of extra time, but it's certainly going to have to add on to that. At least a couple minutes here. So perhaps just unsporting conduct by Ray Ortiz. Colin Smith well within his rights as long as he's in the field of play. His initial jump was close to being on the line, but certainly the second time he was, and Ortiz just threw it straight at him. I'm not sure why the referee just didn't play on. Red Bulls with a throw-in. Chipped ahead looking for Galindrez. It comes off his leg and out for a goal kick. Good work across by Salas. So now we've reached the original 4 minutes. Texas knocking it around in their box with some bravado. Alisson, he'll go direct. Looking for Kamungo. Knocks it down for Kazu. Knock that one off the foot of Espana and out for a throw. And that will do it. Only 25 seconds added on by referee Encarnacion, who hears it from the Red Wolves fans as well as now the players. So 15 minutes of extra time down, 15 minutes to go. We're still tied at 1 here between the Red Wolves and North Texas. We're also tied 10-10 in regards to players. Second yellow issued to Ray Ortiz. Well, this game has lived up to expectations, that's for sure. It would be a tight affair with some tough decisions to be made by the referee. Both teams love to get physical. Two red cards, both for, I'm going to call them needless things. The lashing out by Lukau back in the first half was completely reckless. Perhaps the red card was harsh, but you can see why referee Encarnacion gave it, especially when you looked at it on the replay. And that one for Ortiz there, when you've got a yellow card, you're trying to draw a yellow card for somebody else with some unsporting conduct. Probably not the right decision. Extra time here, brought to you by Transcard. Don't forget, folks, the 2021 season will come to a conclusion when USL League One final takes center stage Will a new champion be crowned, or will a former champion be showered in glory once again? USL League One finals just 2 weeks away on ESPN+. It'll be around November 20th or so. Don't forget semi-finals next weekend, hosted by top seed Union Omaha, as well as number 2 seed Greenville Triumph. Again, if North Texas wins this game, they will travel to Omaha as the lowest seed remaining. They are the 6th seed, so you can't get any lower than that. 4-5 play later tonight. Actually only in 34 minutes. If Chattanooga does win this game, they will travel to Greenville. We'll have 2 versus 3. As the 4-5 winner would be the lowest seeded remaining at that point. Let's look at the bracket. So if Chattanooga does win, the winner of Tucson-Richmond would head to Omaha. Thanks for staying with us for this one. So getting ready to go here for the second period of extra time between the Red Wolves and North Texas. They'll switch sides. Chattanooga going from right to left now. Juan Galindra still in there. I'm sure he'll be a potential penalty taker for Jimmy Ableda. Again, 3 potential penalty takers missing for Ableda in Dietrich, Hernandez, and Teixeira. Still plenty of options, though. In that midfield, and we're underway as Juan Galindrez goes back to Jason Ramos to begin things here in the second period of extra time. This one falls to Ruiz. Chips it ahead, looking for Ricketts. Cleared away. Alisson has played well since coming in. I mentioned how Eric Quill predicted he would come in. Here's Alisson again. Ricketts pushing all the way forward. Potentially leave Chattanooga a little exposed at the back. This one's headed into the seats by Ramos. There's Eric Quill. Wrapped up in the jacket. Done a good job defensively tonight, have North Texas. Especially when they were even for the first half hour. Obviously, when they went down to 10, Chattanooga started to put the pressure on as we now have another North Texas player down. There's Bernard Kamungo, the goal scorer. Relefi smartly telling Ramos to get away. Let's take another look here. Kamungo under pressure from Ramos. Went down very easily. Perhaps landed a little awkwardly on his shoulder, but with both teams with 10 men now, not much of an advantage for North Texas to be time wasting. Ramos under pressure again from Kamungo. Navarro. Doesn't want to give this one up. Got lucky there. If that had been a turnover, North Texas were going the other way. Here's Ruiz. He's looking for Ricketts, but a good step by Munjoma. Ruiz. Walefi. Wally to his friends. Good step by Salas, who's fouled by Galindrez. Eric Quill did mention Thibaut Jaquela's potential late substitution with his set-piece ability, both with free kicks and penalties. Did take penalties during his time at Campbell. We'll get to that, more of that later if we do get to the spot kicks. That would be the last sub, though, for Eric Quill, so he's probably got to be careful. Doesn't want to make that too early. Potentially be left with 9 men. Ruiz, he's worked so tirelessly tonight. Box-to-box midfielder. In a great battle in the middle between him and Blaine Ferry. Galindres coming deep. See Ramirez, along with Waldeck, sitting in front of that back four. Almost like a 4-2-2-1 now for Eric Quill. Carrera Garcia looking to get the cross in. He's blocked there. Ferry helping back. Texas will try to clear. It's that Spaniard on the far side keeping it in. Gets the cross in. Sanchez again. It's playing well. I'm sure they've worked on that in practice. They have a Chattanooga player down, but referee Encarnacion's going to let play go. This one's far too ahead of Colin Smith, though. Now we'll stop play for the downed Red Wolf. Ricketts. I'm hearing Eric Quill will make his last substitution, but it will not be Thibaut Jaquel. It instead will be Alex Bruce coming in for Bernard Kamunga.
Entering the match for North
Alex
Texas,
Bruce, the man from England.
Alex Bruce. Leaving for North
Turned
Texas,
23 last week.
Bernard Kamunga. Substitutions presented
His 5 starts this season. He's only featured in one of the last 8 games and playing just a minute in that game. As off comes the goal scorer, Kamunga, and it's Carrera Garcia, certainly a potential penalty taker. He took one earlier this season for Chattanooga. The only penalty that Chattanooga's had this season. And he missed it. Jake McGuire with the save. It's Tim Truk. Gets play going again, rolls it to Daniel Navarro. Waldeck's attempted through ball goes all the way through to Trill. Good interception there by Ramirez. As you can see, Blake Frischnick there just off the sideline getting ready to come in. Been the regular center forward starter for Jimmy Ableda, but now Ableda pulling him back perhaps now. Looks like Frischnick just warming up. So Leffy almost turns it over. Would have been a 3-on-2 had Ferry been able to poach that one. Comes Carrera Garcia. Out wide. Low cross, blocked by Waldeck. And out for a Red Bulls corner. This corner kick brought to you by Ford, the official domestic car partner of the Chattanooga Red Wolves. Espana over to take it. We're into the last 10 minutes of the second period of extra time here. Here's Ruiz. He'll swing it in left-footed. Goes all the way through, falls to the feet of Ramos of all people. Galindres, oh, it's in! Juan Galindres has given the Red Wolves a 2-1 lead. The ball was scrambling around at the edge of Sanchez's 6-yard box, and Galindres was first to react. The Red Wolves, have they won it late here? Again, it would only be fitting. Here's another look at it. The ball was floated in. It wasn't dealt with particularly well. Alisson with the first touch, he couldn't clear. Galindres from his backside, and then on his knee, and hooks it home past Sanchez. Well, Texas players were looking for the handball, but they didn't get it. A couple of substitutions for the Red Bulls after that goal. Ronaldo Pineda, as well as Blake Frischnick coming in. They will replace Sebastian Kapazuki and the goal scorer Juan Galindres.
Red
North Texas came into this one. They only allowed multiple goals once in the last 6 games, but they've given up 2 tonight. Including that potential game winner. These substitutions brought to you by D1 Training Chattanooga.
Entering the match for the Red Wolves, number 22, Blake Krishna. Leaving for the Red Wolves, number 19.
Off goes goal scorer Juan Galindres. His 11th goal of the season is the difference. You can see him feeling all the minutes he's played tonight. And from his knee, gets the potential game winner as Blake Frischnick replaces him. Galindres gets some love from the crowd.
Leaving for the Red Wolves, number 32, Sebastian Capazucci.
You mentioned Capazucci also off. Replaced by Ronaldo Pineda.
Entering for North Texas.
So I'll probably see Pineda go to right back, Ricketts to left back.
Leaving, number 32.
Sorry, that's where they were originally.
Smith. Substitutions presented by D1.
So North Texas, can they pull off a Chattanooga-type miracle? They are out of substitutions. North Texas crosses the ball in. Troke's there to claim though, in front of Munjoma. Tim Troke will certainly take his time getting up here. Remember, with the win, Chattanooga will travel to Greenville next Saturday, 7 p.m. Eastern, if they can hold on here. Troke doesn't get the best of contact on this one. Ramirez. Kazu. Going backwards, but he needs to be going the other way. Chattanooga showing great legs and cardio, but here's Salas. Chattanooga still pressing. Alisson. Chips it in. Knocked down for Chakel, who's in the game. Sure. I thought that maybe they did get the extra substitution in injury time. So that would be the 6th sub. Ramirez, Kazu, Salas, Bruce, and Alisson, unless Chakel came in instead of Bruce. I see Bruce up there as well. Anyway, they do get the extra sub in injury time. I mean, in extra time. Ramirez under pressure. He's fouled there by Espana. Alisson's just going to smash this one into the Red Wolves half. Not the best of deliveries there. Here come the Red Wolves, looking to put this one away perhaps. Carrera Garcia's ball is wayward. Here comes Waldeck. Under pressure was Ferry. No call though. Sanchez. Ramirez. Waldeck. Here's Kazu looking to take players on. Knocks it inside. Gets back to Kazu. Ball comes in, was looking for Bruce. An interception by Ramos and hooked away. Saved the corner. 2.5 minutes remaining. Plus any injury time here at the end of this second period of extra time. Red Wolves 2, North Texas 1. Salas. He's forced back to Alisson. Just going to serve it into the box. 2 Red Wolves there though. We'll go out for a throw. This one swung in. Strokes there, they're under no pressure. Keeps the ball in. Neither keepers had a whole lot to do tonight. Both certainly claimed well when they've had to. Truk gets better contact on this kick. It's going to be a foul on Blake Frischnick. North Texas running out of time here to keep their season alive. Here's Kazu. He's got Jakel off to his left. Great defensive work there by Espana. Here's Frischnick now, all on his lonesome. Just looking to take some more seconds off the clock. Great work back by DeSantos. Alisson, that is. Waldeck. Give it to Salas. We're into the last minute of regulation time at the end of this second period of extra time. It's a wayward pass by Munjoma. Ricketts goes long, and that'll just roll out for a throw. Whistle went. Jonathan Ricketts down. Dealing with some cramp, getting some assistance from Daniel Navarro. Ricketts who set up that first goal, the own goal by Devin Benton with that cross. Chattanooga native. As you can see, we're now into injury time at the end of the 120. 4 minutes we will have, minimum of 4 minutes added on.
Ladies and gentlemen, the fourth official has indicated 4 minutes of stoppage time. 4 minutes of stoppage time.
This will probably get to 5. Referee Encarnacion asking Jonathan Ricketts to make a decision. He's going to have to leave the field. And we're back underway here after that injury stoppage. Waldeck just going to hoof it forward into the box, looking for any teammate. That one's over the head of Alisson, who fouled Ronaldo Pineda. Now Pineda's down. Ready to get back underway here. You'd have to think we're going to get to at least 6 minutes of injury time now. Truk asking for 10 yards, which it appears he's got. Herrera Garcia looking to get somebody into the corner. It might be Espana. He goes back inside to Frischnick. Sliding tackle from Ramirez, puts it out for a throw. That'll take a few more seconds off the clock. That one will go out for a goal kick off Espana. Still at least a minute left here for North Texas to try and salvage this game. Will Wangalindraz's goal be the difference in this USL League One quarterfinal? Still a chance though for North Texas. This one's cleared away. Waldeck heads it back in. Down goes Pineda. Jaquel drops it back to Ferry. Ferry slides it in, a heavy touch by Munjoma. Almost falls to a It will fall to Kazu! Oh my. Fell to the feet of Kazu. He perhaps just snatched at it, understandably so, as the ball flies over the goal of Tim Troke. That may be it, the last chance for North Texas. And it was a good one. I'm sure Tim Troke will take the yellow card here if he gets it. There's the warning whistle from Encarnacion. Troke still not in a hurry. We're past the 4 minutes of injury time here, but there'll surely be some added on for the late injury. North Texas perhaps with one last chance. Ramirez goes downfield looking for anybody in a white shirt. Ruiz keeps it in play. Frischnick fouls Ramirez just inside the half. So North Texas will have perhaps one last chance to knock this one into the danger zone. There's no way the free kick was there. Referee Encarnacion's going to let it be played. Ferry. His last free kick was a tired effort. This time he gets something on it. Sanchez is up. It's over the net. Off Tim Troke and out for a corner. Tim Troke's again trying to slow things down. This corner kick, as it has been all night, brought to you by Ford, the official domestic car partner of the Chattanooga Red Wolves. Blaine Ferry will take it. Can North Texas do a Chattanooga? Swung in by Ferry. Headed up by Ricketts. And away. And that will do it. Their first shot at extra time. And what do the Chattanooga Red Wolves do? They get a late winner, of course they do. They will advance to the League One semifinals where they will face the Greenville Triumph next Saturday night, 7 p.m. Eastern at Legacy Early College.
Ladies and gentlemen, your final score.
As Jason Ramos, who made the mistake that led to the game-tying goal, gets love from his teammates. Your final score, Red Wolves 2. North Texas 1. Juan Galindrez with your winner. In the 113th minute, Ramos had the assist on that goal. Let's take a look here at your shot of the match. What else would it be? The game winner. Ruiz's ball came in off Alisson. He couldn't clear. Manjoma. Galindrez went down and on one knee hooked it past Richard Sanchez for the game winner from 6 yards out. He's so athletic for a big man, is Juan Galindrez. And he showed it there. There's Galindrez and Ramos. Now we'll take a look at our save of the match. This one brought to you by the Chattanooga Hotel. It was a one that was right at Tim Troke. He didn't have too many saves to make tonight. It was the second attempt that was key on this one, as this ball was about to fall to the feet of Bernard Kamunga. And we're back live here. Juan Galindrez, you can see he's still feeling it. Played 113 minutes tonight, did Juan Galindrez. But it was the 2 seconds he spent on his knee that was the difference in this one. Let's take a look at our play of the match, brought to you by Sunny 92.3. It was a great strike by Blaine Ferry and the goal line clearance by Ruiz in the first half. This was right after the first goal. That will keep things at 1-0 for Chattanooga. As the scoreboard says, victory for the Chattanooga Red Wolves, their first playoff win in their 3-year USL League One existence. let's take a look at our full-time highlights. Your highlights brought to you by CHI Memorial. In the 6th minute, it will be the opening goal. Jonathan Ricketts on the left side, served it in. Devin Benton perhaps got shoved by Juan Galindres, but it didn't matter. He put it in the back of his own net. That would give the Red Wolves an early lead. In the 28th minute, this was another key moment in the first half. Lukau lashing out with his left arm to Juan Galindres' face. You can see there with the wind-up. It looked a lot worse on the replay and probably deserved the red in the end. Just reckless and silly from Lukau. But then in the 67th minute, Ruiz played it back to Ramos. Under pressure from Kamungo, gave it up. Kamungo 1-on-1 with Tim Trilk. And he would finish calmly with his left foot. That would tie things at 1. Midway through the second half. Against the run of play, North Texas was down a man at that point. In the 106th minute, it would be another bit of silliness, this time from Ray Ortiz. Trying to draw the card. Instead, got his own card, a second yellow it was. And that would bring Chattanooga even with 10 men. But then with 7 minutes remaining, Ruiz's cross not dealt with by North Texas off Alisson. Munjoma's just standing there. Galindres on his knee. Finishes. And that would finish North Texas' season. Chattanooga will move on to the League One semifinals. Let's take a look at your updated bracket. There you do have 2 versus 3. In a tight affair between those two teams this season in their 4 meetings. And we'll resume things next Saturday, 7 p.m. Eastern at Legacy Early. And the winner of tonight's Tucson-Richmond match, as you see there, will take on Union Omaha. That one will get underway in 7 minutes from the desert. So it was an exciting one from Chattanooga. It had everything just as we expected. Cards, goals, fouls. The usual between these two bitter rivals. In the end, Chattanooga come out on top. 2-1 thanks to an extra time goal by Juan Galindres, his 11th of the season. It will be Chattanooga that moves on. My name is Ross Davenport. Thanks for joining us tonight. See you next time here on ESPN+.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League League One cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League League One.